You stand on the edge of the rust-shaded ridge. The wind pulls at your jacket. It tastes like iron and old dust. Most people only see the red dirt. They see the jagged rocks. They see the twin suns beating down. But you are different. You do not just see this world. You hear it. A deep hum vibrates through the soles of your boots. It travels up your legs. It settles in your chest. This is not the wind. It is not a distant machine. It is the planet itself. Gravity is singing to you. You close your eyes. The sound gets louder. It is a low thrum like a bass guitar. It plays a rhythm only you know. Your friends say you have an overactive imagination. They tell you to focus on mining. They tell you to fix the moisture vaporators. But you know better. The song has a pattern. It has a purpose. It pushes you to move your feet. You take a step to the left. The hum gets sweeter. You take another step. It feels like locking a key into a door. You look down the slope. The valley is full of shadows. The suns are setting. The light turns violet and bruised. Usually you would head home now. The nights here freeze your breath. But the song is pulling you down. It tugs at your gut. It feels like a hook in your navel. You adjust your pack. You check your water flask. It is half full. That is enough for a bad idea. You start the descent. Loose shale skitters under your boots. It clatters down into the dark. You pause. You wait for the echo. It comes back strange. It sounds wet. That should not be possible. This region is dry as a bone. You smirk. Maybe you found a secret pool. You could sell tickets. You could retire early. You keep moving. The hum grows intense. It is almost a physical weight now. The path narrows. Giant boulders press in on both sides. They look like teeth. You are walking into a mouth. The air gets cooler. The dust settles. The silence here is heavy. But for you, it is loud. The gravity song is shouting. It bounces off the rock walls. It tells you to go deeper. You reach a flat plateau. The ground here is smooth. It is black basalt. It looks like poured glass. You kneel. You press your hand to the cold stone. The vibration shakes your arm. It rattles your teeth. This is the source, or it is close to the source. You feel a pulse. It beats like a giant heart. Thump, thump, thump. You realize something terrifying. The planet is not just singing. It is waiting. A crack appears in the stone. It is small at first. Then it widens. A cool breeze flows up. It smells like ozone and mint. That's a weird mix. You shine your light down. The beam hits nothing but dark. The hole goes down forever. The hum rises from the deep. It changes pitch. It becomes a melody. You hear distinct notes: high, low, sharp, flat. It is a language. You sit back on your heels. You need to think. This is not a natural formation. Nature does not make perfect circles. Nature does not smell like fresh mint in a desert. This is built. Someone made this. The song is a beacon, and you are the receiver. You wonder if you should call for help. But who would believe you? The crazy kid who hears rocks? No. This is your discovery. You stand up. You look around for a way down. There are handholds cut into the rock. They are worn smooth. They have been used for a long time. You grip the first one. It fits your hand perfectly. Too perfectly. It is like it was made for you. You lower yourself in. The darkness swallows you. The light from above fades. You are alone with the song. The descent is long. Your arms burn. Your legs shake. But the gravity helps you. It feels lower here. You weigh less. You float between the handholds. It is like being underwater without the wet. You drop the last few feet. You land on a metal floor. It clangs. The sound rings out like a gong. Lights flicker on. They are amber and soft. They line the walls of a massive cave. The cave is not empty. Machines line the walls. They are huge. They look like sleeping beasts. Pipes run along the ceiling. They glow with blue fluid. The air hums with power. You walk toward the center. A pedestal stands there. It is made of white stone. It looks out of place among the metal. You approach it. The psalm screams in your ears. It is a joyful scream. You reach out. You almost touch the pedestal. A voice stops you. It is dry and raspy. It sounds like paper rubbing together. You spin around. 3 figures stand in the shadow of a machine. They are tall. They wear gray robes. Their faces are hidden. You freeze. Your heart hammers against your ribs. You thought you were alone. The figure in the middle steps forward. It moves with a strange grace. It does not walk. It glides. The robe creates no dust. The figure lowers its hood. The face is pale. The eyes are large and dark. There is no hair. The skin looks like parchment. This is one of the elder ones. You thought they were a myth. You thought they were campfire stories. The elder one speaks again. The voice is inside your head. It is not spoken aloud. It says your name. It knows who you are. It says they have been waiting. They have been sleeping. The song woke them, because you heard it. You try to speak. Your throat is dry. You cough. You ask what they want. The figure smiles. It is a small smile. It says they want to give you the keys. They explain the planet. It is not just a rock. It is a ship, a very old ship. It has been dormant for ages. The engines are cold. The maps are lost. But the gravity drive is active. It sings to those with the blood. Your blood. You are a descendant of the pilots. That explains a lot. It explains why you never get dizzy. It explains why you always catch falling cups. The elder ones motion to the pedestal. They tell you to finish what you started. You step up. The stone is warm. A handprint glows on the surface. You place your hand on it. The light flares. It blinds you for a second. When your vision clears, the room has changed. The ceiling is gone. Instead, you see the stars, but not the stars outside. This is a map. It is a hologram. It fills the cavern. You see solar systems. You see nebulas. You see pathways connecting them. They look like golden threads. The elder ones watch you. They look expectant. You study the map. One thread is bright red. It leads to a dark sector, a place no one goes. The gut feeling hits you. That is the destination. You point to the red line. The map zooms in. You see a planet. It looks like a storm. Gray clouds. Lightning. It looks dangerous. You ask why go there. The elder one points to the floor. The gravity hum changes. It becomes urgent. The ship is running out of time. The core is unstable. It needs to discharge energy. That storm planet is a battery. You understand. If you stay here, the planet dies. If you leave, you might die. It's a classic choice. A rock and a hard place, literally. You look at the map again. You see the route. It's tricky. Asteroid fields. Black holes. But you can feel the gravity wells. You can hear them on the map. You can navigate this. You are the only one who can. The ground shakes. Dust falls from the unseen ceiling. The elder ones look worried. The wake-up cycle has triggered the fault lines. The planet is cracking. You need to move fast. You ask about the crew. You cannot fly a planet alone. The elder ones nod. They say the crew is coming. The signal has been sent. You leave the cave. The climb up is faster. The gravity lift pushes you. You burst out into the night. The twin suns are gone. The stars are bright. The wind is howling now. It screams across the plateau. You see lights in the distance, vehicles. They are coming from the settlement. The signal worked. Or maybe they just felt the earthquake. You run toward the ridge. The crack in the ground is wider. It glows red from deep below. Magma is rising. The planet is feverish. You jump over a fissure. You land rolling. You stand up and wave your arms. The lead vehicle spots you. It veers your way. It is a heavy hauler. The tires are taller than you. The door opens. A woman jumps out. She has grease on her face. She holds a wrench like a weapon. It is Jinx. She is the best mechanic in town. She looks mad. She asks what you did. She says the seismic monitors are screaming. You tell her the truth. The planet is a ship. We have to leave. She stares at you. Then she looks at the crack. She looks at the glowing red. She spits on the ground. She says she always knew this rock was weird. Other vehicles arrive. It is a ragtag group: miners, engineers, farmers. They look scared. They look to you. You are the one standing next to the glowing pit. You take charge. You did not ask for this, but the song is loud. It gives you confidence. You tell them the plan. We need to power up the surface thrusters. We need to seal the hull breaches. Jinx asks where the thrusters are. You close your eyes. You listen. You hear the deep mechanical thrum. You point north. There is a canyon there, a big one. You say they are hidden under the rock. We have to uncover them. The crowd murmurs, "That is miles away. We don't have time." You say we have no choice. The ground shakes again to emphasize your point. Everyone scrambles. Engines roar. You jump into Jinx's hauler. She floors it. The tires kick up gravel. You bounce in the seat. You hold on tight. You tell her to go faster. She says this isn't a race car. You say, "Today it is." She grins. She likes a challenge. She shifts gears. The engine whines. You speed toward the north. The canyon comes into view. It is deep. Shadows hide the bottom. But you hear the forge. It is down there. The sound of metal on metal. The automated repair systems are trying to work, but they are buried. You point to a ramp. It is steep. Jinx doesn't hesitate. She drives down. The brakes squeal. The hauler slides. You grip the dashboard. You pray to the gravity ghosts. You reach the bottom. It is hot here. Steam vents hiss. The walls are lined with old metal plates. They are rusted. Vines grow over them. You jump out. The others follow. You run to a control panel. It is covered in moss. You rip the plants away. The buttons are stone. Ancient tech. You press the big one in the center. Nothing happens. The silence is awkward. Someone coughs. You press it again. Harder. Still nothing. You close your eyes. You listen to the machine. It is hungry. It needs a spark. You yell for a battery. Jinx brings a power cell from her hauler. She wires it in. Sparks fly. Blue light arcs across the panel. The ground rumbles. The rusted plates on the walls groan. They slide open. Behind them is the forge. It is massive. Robotic arms hang from the ceiling. They are dormant. Molten metal glows in a pit. It is ready to be cast. But the line is jammed. A giant rock has fallen into the gear mechanism. It is stuck. You point to the rock. You tell the miners to move it. They look at the size of it. They shake their heads. It weighs tons. Their cranes are up on the ridge. You tell them to use the winches on the haulers. They hook up cables. 6 trucks line up. They pull. The cables go taut. They sing with tension. The rock shifts. It grates against the gears. You run to the controls. You need to time this. The gravity pulse can help. You wait for the thrum in your feet. It builds. It peaks. You yell now. The trucks gun their engines. The rock dislodges. It falls into the molten pit. It vanishes with a hiss. The gears turn. The robotic arms wake up. They start welding. They start building. The engineers cheer. They rush forward. They check the systems. They say the thrusters are coming online, but the fuel lines are dry. We need to open the valves. You listen again. The valves are high up, on the canyon rim. You point them out. Climbers grab their gear. They start the ascent. It is working. The team is gelling. Jinx walks up to you. She wipes sweat from her forehead. She asks how you know all this. You tap your ear. You say the planet tells you. She laughs. She says the planet better tell us the lottery numbers next. You smile. It is good to see them laugh. The fear is fading. Action kills fear. Suddenly the sky lights up. A beam of violet energy shoots up from the south. It pierces the clouds. It hits the edge of space. The beacon. The Elder Ones have fired the main comms. It is a signal to the rest of the fleet, or what is left of it. It means we are committed. There is no turning back. The radio in the hauler crackles. It is a voice from the settlement. They say the ground is stabilizing. The quakes have stopped. The energy release helped. But then the voice changes. It gets whispery. It says someone is missing. A scout took a shuttle. He is heading for the atmosphere. He is not sticking around. You ask who. The voice says it is Kale. You know Kale. He is a scavenger. He would sell his own boots for a credit. He must have found something valuable. You listen to the gravity. You feel a disturbance. A small ship is fighting the pull. It is leaving with something heavy, something that belongs to the core. A regulator key. You realize it with a jolt. The Elder Ones showed you the diagram. The core needs 3 keys to stabilize for flight. If Kale takes one, the engine will overload. We will explode before we leave the atmosphere. You tell Jinx. Her face goes pale. She says his shuttle is fast. We can't catch him. You look at the forge. The robotic arms are holding a massive thruster cone. You have an idea. It is stupid. It is dangerous. It is perfect. You tell Jinx to override the safety on the arm. She asks why. You say you need a boost. She looks at you like you are crazy. Then she runs to the panel. You climb onto the robotic arm. It is hot. You strap yourself in with a cargo belt. You point to the sky. You tell Jinx to throw you. She hesitates. You yell. She hits the button. The arm swings. It is like a catapult. The G-force hits you. Your vision blurs. You are airborne. You are flying without a ship. The wind tears at your clothes. You focus on the gravity. You pull on it. You wrap it around you like a cloak. You steer your fall. You aim for the shuttle. It is a silver speck above you. You are rising fast. The arm gave you the speed. The planet gives you the aim. You hit the shuttle hull. You slam into the metal. Your bones jar. You grab a strut. You hold on. The wind is deafening. You crawl toward the airlock. Kale is inside. He doesn't know you are here. You punch the keypad. It is locked. You put your hand on the metal. You listen to the tumblers. You feel the gravity in the pins. You vibrate your hand. The lock clicks. The door opens. The air rushes out. You pull yourself in. Kale spins around. He holds a golden cylinder. The key. He looks shocked. He pulls a blaster. You don't wait. You dive. You tackle him. The blaster goes off. It hits the console. Sparks shower down. The shuttle lurches. It is going into a spin. You grab the key. It is heavy. It hums with the same song as the core. Kale kicks you. He screams about the money. He says the guild will pay millions. You tell him money doesn't matter if you are dust. You shove him into the pilot's seat. You tell him to land. He refuses. He tries to grab the key. The shuttle dives. The ground is rushing up. You see the canyon. You see the forge. You have to jump. You verify the key is secure in your pack. You look at Kale. You tell him to pull up. He is frozen. You hit the eject button for his seat. The canopy blows. He rockets out. He will survive. The chute will catch him. Now you are alone. The shuttle is crashing. You climb out. You jump. You are high up, too high. You close your eyes. You scream at the gravity. You command it. Catch me. The hum roars. The air thickens under you. You slow down. You drift. It is not a soft landing. You hit the dirt hard. You roll. You groan. Everything hurts, but you are alive. Jinx runs over. She helps you up. She sees the key. She cheers. The others join in. It is a victory, but the ground sighs. It is a sad sound. A deep rumble. The delay has cost us. The core is out of rhythm. The heartbeat is erratic. Thump, 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 thump. You limp to the hauler. We need to get to the core chamber. It is deep underground. The entrance is near the forge. We drive into the tunnel. The lights here are red. Emergency mode. The heat is rising. It feels like an oven. You sweat through your jacket. The air smells like sulfur. We reach the blast doors. They are sealed. Ancient symbols glow on the surface. They are shifting, rotating. It is a puzzle, a cipher. The Elder One said, only the pilot can read it. You step forward. The symbols stop moving. They wait for you. They look like the notes of the song. You have to sing it back, not with your voice, with your mind. You focus on the hum. You match the pitch. You project it at the door. The symbols turn green. The heavy metal gears grind. The doors slide open. A blast of hot air hits you. Inside is the core. It is beautiful. A spinning sphere of white light. It floats in the center of the room. Rings of metal rotate around it. But they are wobbling. They are off balance. That is why the planet shakes. You run to the console. You insert the key. The golden cylinder locks in. The spinning smooths out. The light turns blue. The hum becomes a steady purr. The planet is ready. The engines are primed. You call the surface. You tell everyone to strap in. The houses will be shaken. The sky will burn. But we are going. You run back to the surface. The team is gathered at the summit of the ridge, the highest point. This is the bridge. The elder ones are there. They have rigged up navigation consoles. Jinx is monitoring the thrusters. The engineers are manning the shields. Everyone has a job. Everyone is part of the crew. You take your seat. It is the pilot's chair. It overlooks the valley. You strap in. The leather is old but comfortable. You put your hands on the controls. They are stone orbs. They feel alive. You don't steer with a stick. You steer with your will. You merge with the ship. You feel the thrusters ignite. Miles below, the surface fire erupts. The ground trembles. But this time it is controlled. It is powerful. The planet groans. It pushes against the bedrock of space. You feel the lift. Your stomach drops. The horizon tilts. The sky changes color. Blue turns to violet. Violet turns to black. The stars stop twinkling. They become steady lights. You are leaving the atmosphere. The air gets thin. The shields shimmer. They protect the cities. They hold in the air. We are a bubble of life in the void. You look at the map. The storm planet is far, but you can hear it calling. You push the drive. As stars streak, you enter the slipstream. It is quiet now. The shaking stops. The ship glides. You look at Jinx. She gives you a thumbs up. She is smiling. She is crying a little. The elder one approaches you. It puts a hand on your shoulder. It points to the rear screen. You see the sun shrinking. They are just dots now. You have left your home, but you took your world with you. The planet is the ship. The ship is the home. You enter the nebula. Gas clouds swirl around the shield. They are pink and gold. It is like flying through a painting. The gravity sensors ping. Obstacles ahead. Asteroids. Big ones. You close your eyes. You feel them before the radar sees them. You bank the planet left, then right. You dance through the field. It is effortless. You were born for this. The crew watches in awe. They see the rocks miss by inches. They cheer. You feel their hope. It fuels you. The song is not just gravity anymore. It is the heartbeat of thousands of people, all trusting you. You reach the storm planet. It is huge. Lightning arcs across its surface. It looks angry. You have to fly into the eye. That's where the recharge station is. The winds buffet the shield. The ride gets bumpy. Sparks fly from the consoles. Jinx yells warnings. You hold steady. The pull of the storm is strong. It wants to crush you. You fight back. You use the planet's own gravity as an anchor. You surf the waves of force. You dive into the clouds. Visibility is zero. You fly by sound alone. The hum guides you. You break through the clouds. The eye is calm. A massive structure floats there. It is a ring. Ancient tech. You have to align the planet with the ring. It is a tight fit. You nudge the controls. Easy, easy. The edges glow. Connection made. Energy flows. The core drinks it in. The light becomes blinding. The ship is fully charged. You are safe. You detach. You fly out of the storm. You head for the open sea of stars. The universe is wide open. You lean back. You are tired, but you are happy. You look at the console. A new message blinks. It is a map update. More coordinates. More lost ships. More worlds to wake up. You realize this is not the end. This is the beginning. You are not just a pilot. You are a fleet commander. You stand up. You walk to the window. The stars look different now. They look like friends. You tap the glass. The vibration hums back. The planet is happy too. It sings a lullaby. The people below are celebrating. You can hear the distant music. You turn to the crew. You ask who is hungry. Jinx laughs. She says she has protein bars. It's a feast. You eat together. You watch the galaxy spin. You are the kid who could hear gravity. And now the whole universe is listening to you. You leave a log entry. You carve it into the stone of the bridge. We are the starborn. We are the travelers. Follow the song. It is a message for the future. For the next kid who hears the hum, you want them to know they are not crazy. They are just waiting for their ship. The journey continues. The engines purr. The darkness is not scary. It is full of potential. You are ready. You close your eyes. You listen. The next destination is calling. And you answer. End of script.